All right, let's do this thing. It's going to be King's Cove, and CrimsonTide seriously needs to stop the rot here. That last game, it was pulled first, but a little bit of indecision, and it just didn't get enough damage done. No, King's Cove as a map, it is ridiculously early. It is ridiculously easy to hold 3 bases on this map. So you can just wind your GLHF-D. I'm building drones, of course you are. You best how often I've done that, like SD. You've accidentally said SD to people instead of GLHF. So the third, it's just easy. You can just hold, because this choke is so easy to build stuff on. Get a bit of creep spread, get an Evo, get a Roach Warren or whatever in the front of this, and your units can be parked here, ready to defend your third, ready to run across here if needed. Really easy. I would love to see some outrageously fast expansion here from either player or both players, to just go completely ham. Look at the size of this map. You know, it is a big map, and look at how neatly it just cuts in half diagonally. So this map in terms of macro is absolutely beastie. There are a lot of kind of weird features on it that arguably make it, I don't know, you've got like these destructible rocks in the middle, you've got these raised platforms that kind of don't go anywhere, just a little bit of high ground that you can hold in the middle. This is great for Terran if you're, siege tanks or whatever. You've got this expo over here that is raised, so even though it's far away, it's easy to defend. Great map for macro. You can just expand so quickly on this map and hold all day long. So maybe we will get to the point where we've got a couple of maxed out players just absolutely battering at each other. Yeah, so I was that busy talking, I didn't really look at the builds, but I'm pretty sure it's hatch gas pull from Crimson, but only 2 workers in gas. I don't know if that is an error or if that is some sort of deliberate play. Given that we've got oversaturation here, I feel like it's maybe an error. This guy is up to no good. This is up to no good. So the sneaky worker, is this going to be dropping a pylon? As a location for a proxied Stargate, here would not suck. Oracle into the men, or Void Ray even with a battery, definitely has got potential. However, CrimsonTide is going to come in with the scout here. It's going to see the front door, and it looks the same as it did in the previous games, with the double gateways. But what Crimson hasn't seen just yet is, unlike previously, or certainly unlike the first game, the Nexus is building. Whereas you may recall in the first game we saw quite a lot of units produced before that Nexus came down. So this Overlord just needs to dip slightly lower to check the timing on this Nexus. Yeah, I don't know if she's going to or not. Anyway, still no pylon here from Scallywag. So the side core's been finished for a long time, as we can see. So maybe this isn't going to be a proxy. Maybe the workers just waiting to do a bit of scouting in due course. Roach Warren just finishing up here, and +1 missile attack. So if this is going to be a +1 timing with roaches, I quite like it. Can be pretty brutal. Things that you've got to be careful of, you've got to make sure you've got the supply overhead. So you've got to make sure you've got plenty of Overlords produced in advance. You also have to make sure your workers are actually mining Crimson. Come on, don't do this to me. And you really do need more queens. There's only 1 queen per base here, so no creep queens. Oh, come on, Crimson. There's going to be a big hole in the economy here. Look, this is 6 workers just parked, man. This is, it's a bit painful. She is going to be kicking herself when she spots that. That is really frustrating. But yeah, what she needs to do is open up a bit of supply, so that when she just sticks the elbow on the R button, you're not running supply blocks. Yeah, I quite like the blind spore crawler. I think it's a good shout because, yeah, why not? This map, it's straightforward to get up on 3 bases. And if you are going to be doing something like that, well, why wouldn't you have a bit of static D so that no pesky oracle or something's going to come in and ruin your day? The vision range of a building hatchery is way shorter than a complete hatchery, so it doesn't actually see the sneaky worker in the corner. I really want this overlord to just come in here and check. You know what I mean? I mean, it's 5 minutes. You know that there definitely is an expo. Or maybe to run back in and see what's happening. He's going to be a blink build, but only 2 gateways at present. So Scallywag really needs to up production here. Still not quite saturated in the men. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe there was a big worker transfer or something. But he's going to find he's accruing minerals quicker than he can spend them if he's not careful. There's no sign of... Okay, here we go. So yeah, this maybe 2 base 7 gets something like that. Can be pretty savage. This worker's gone for a low ground pylon, and yeah, I still think this is easy to hold, relatively straightforward. You know, there's, I say that, CrimsonTide not saturated either, and maybe that error with the 6 workers is actually going to be pretty costly. The creep spread is shocking. You know, look, there's 1 creep tumor on this map so far, and here we are at 6 minutes, and there's only 1 tumor. So, you know, really, this needs to be linked with creep. Anyway, here come the roaches. There are shield batteries here. I wouldn't mind seeing just a run past, just sprint on past up the ramp where there's no shield batteries. Wouldn't mind seeing that at all. So the stalkers are going to pull back, and actually they're now out of range of this battery, and it looks like Crimson might just be able to kill these stalkers, but actually this overcharged battery, look at this stalker, man. Just how much damage has it soaked up? It's had 6 roaches shooting it in the face that whole time, and it doesn't die. So where do you go from here, Crimson? You know, the run past just definitely would have been the better move. Look at what's up here in the men. This overlord just dipping in before you pushed in to see the lay of the land would have been invaluable. Yeah, you would have lost an overlord, but you wouldn't known that here isn't the place to fight next to 2 batteries when you could run up here, 1 shot or 2 shot this, and all of a sudden how many of these gateways are still functional. That might be in range of this 1 pylon, might not, but it wouldn't take 2 ticks to focus the 2nd pylon as well. Now, the first set of stalkers are going to come in, and there's no longer shield batteries on their side. So let's have a quick look at the unit count. There are 10 roaches, 12 stalkers on the map. But with Defender's advantage, Crimson could potentially be all right here, but there needs to be roaches in production. These roaches, though, on the rally command isn't great. The Queen could really do with coming down here to help as well. A little bit of roach micro, pull them back away from the zealots, a little bit of starter step, and the zealots get cleaned up. Don't let the zealots sit on top of your roaches, it's painful. I don't know if Crimson's going to be able to clean this up. Some of these stalkers really, really low, but what's the roach production looking like? There's hydras coming out, and actually roaches are tougher, but these hydras will shell out an awful lot of damage. But why isn't the Queen involved as well? Hydras die pretty quickly. Wouldn't mind seeing a transfuse. There is a transfuse available to keep that hydra alive. Is pulling the workers. Again, you know, there's no crawlers in evidence. There's money for it. I don't know what's building over here. There's roaches in production. This should be enough roaches. I don't know why these larvae aren't also up to something. This should definitely be enough roaches to clean this up. And we'll be able to see just what the damage is. Quite a lot of workers dead. But it's not a disaster. There's 3 bases here. And Zerg can recover those workers pretty quickly, but needs to keep this hatchery alive. And why aren't these larvae building still? So this should be a quick and easy cleanup now. The roaches are going to come down massively outnumbering and should just be able to clean this nicely. But that was slightly more expensive than it needed to be, I feel. Yeah, key things, you know, zealots are tough units. They don't do well against ranged units in general because they're not ranged. So don't let the guys with swords get close to you. That's my advice. If somebody's coming at you with a sword and you've got a gun, keep your distance, isn't it? You know what I mean? Again, Crimson going for this ramp when this one's wide open. No, don't fight here, Crimson. Don't fight here. This is an insta loss. A, your whole army isn't even there. And B, look, this shield battery. You saw what it did last time. Why are you doing this? What? What is happening here? This is suicide, man. You've achieved nothing. Did you kill a stalker? I'm not so sure you did. What was wrong with this ramp? What was wrong with this one? Crazy. And again, the Overlord could have come in and checked first. I don't know. So at least we are seeing a bit of back and forth. These roaches have found the pylon down here. There's a worker heading out to Expo. Is there enough to hold though? Let's have a look. So units wise, there are 17 roaches, there's 18 stalkers. Defender's advantage, I'd like to say yes, but this engagement has to go reasonably. The roaches aren't a bad spread at the top, but with Blink, I don't know. The rest of the roaches coming to the rescue should be an easy hold from here. Yes, that is better. But, you know, why isn't there a spine crawler? Why? Why aren't there more queens? Why isn't there better creep spread? Why aren't these larvae being turned into something? Look how many larvae. Look. Oh, I don't know. You're not short of money. Get building. Oh, no, it's painful. Where are these guys going? Why aren't they in this fight? It's just, you know, you instantly make a fight less efficient if the numbers are roughly even. Overwhelming numbers is the key. I do like the surround coming in here, though. That'd be beautiful. Yes, please. Almost caught them. It's pretty hard to trap stalkers with Blink. Oh, please do not go up this ramp again. Do not do this. You're killing me with this. With bruised roaches that aren't even healthy. Why would you do this? And not a Ravager in sight. Oh, I don't know. That is a wall that you've already battered your head against. Why would you like beat your head against it again? Look at how easy. Look at this soft target. Just walk in here, kill 10 workers and walk out again, literally having not lost a roach. But this is where you choose? No, please stop it. Right, this time. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at the desktop. I've just pressed the wrong button entirely. This time there are weirdly spore crawlers rather than spines. They're not really going to help against these roaches, but they are going to sort the void ray problem out. I'd love to see the queens actually taking part in the fight. They're just choosing to bystand. What is this? Yeah, I think this is trouble. I think this is definitely trouble. There just isn't much army supply actually out at present. 2 hydras, 3 roaches. This is 17 stalkers on this map, and I don't think they can be stopped at this stage. Crimson literally just threw roaches away more than once. It was a bit disgusting. You know, I know, like, if at first you don't succeed, try, you know, all of that. But actually, no, not in StarCraft. If at first you don't succeed, find another way, I think is the StarCraft motto, isn't it? Not just keep trying the same thing. So I feel like this is GG. 4 roaches cannot stop this. And even though there's no local warp-in point, you know, they're on top of the production. There are, again, please tell me there aren't idle larvae. There's 8 idle larvae. There isn't even stuff being built with these larvae. The roaches with Blink, I don't know about the chunk Blink, but it doesn't really matter. There's just enough of them that they're going to trade super efficiently. There's no target firing. This one's been super low on 7 health for edges, and nothing was shooting it. These stalkers are going to stand strong. I mean, even if you kill these, Crimson, look at what's coming. You know, this is going to be the GG, and it does look like Scallywag is going to clean sweep this, and CrimsonTide is not going to be happy. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, you clean this up, but look, you know, as soon as this army turns up, I think we'll see the tap out here. There's absolutely no way she can hold this. Sticks were mid. The sticks were mid. GG.